The very next day
The
after
next
I
day.
left,
Okay.
after I left that situation,
Encouraging.
I could sleep, without harassment. I made a decision and I felt a difference energetically, my body, because I was no longer in the toxic environment.
Greetings, my name is Queen Afua. I help people to live a healthy life in body, mind, and spirit. Welcome into the sacred circle, where you will find peace, inspiration, and practical tools for living a happy wellness lifestyle. So come inside and make yourself at home.
Great to see you
I remember
again.
the last time we spoke, I said, Mike, you have music for healing? Well, actually, you have a few healing songs. That's how I interpret it. And that's one of them. And it's so affirming. And so it's like when I hear that particular song, I think about a few herbs, a herbal combination I would tell you what to take while listening to that. If you're stressed out, if you want to feel much better and you want to get much better, you can just take a combination of chamomile and hops and valerian. And listen to that music not one time, maybe 2 or 3 times until you feel much better. All right? So Black Mom, thank you so much. Mom, we're working together with the healing journey. And I'm just going to ask you a few questions. Ask you some questions. No, we're not going to kick it, we're going to flow. So we're going to flow.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
what got you into your healing quest? I mean, what sparked this for you?
Well, at the beginning of my independent music journey in 2007, I decided that I was going to create a set of challenges for myself, discipline, and that required me stripping things away annually that maybe I loved too much, um, just so that I could test my willpower, because I knew that moving forward in new territory, I had to condition myself to be strong. And that introduced me to vegetarianism first. And so I became a vegetarian for years and got in a relationship, gained a lot of weight. It wasn't the most healthy relationship. And out of that relationship, I went back to vegetarianism, but I said I was going to take it a step further into vegan life. And it transformed my entire world, but going vegan was also a spiritual thing for me. And it introduced centering myself, chakras, chakra healing, human energy systems, and just meditation, yoga, taking care of myself. And the list goes on as far as the many things that I do to practice self-love and taking time out of my schedule to pour into me and invest in myself what is needed to be, first of all, an armed and prepared human being that can bounce back, when hit with devastation, or starting at ground zero and learning as a student of life in new territory. So there were a number of things that led me to my journey that were not pretty, but I'm here and I'm thankful for those things.
Well, the pretty, we actually went into it because there was a crisis. And something I learned about the benefit of a crisis. The crisis is a wake-up call. The crisis lets us know we can't go down that particular lane anymore. We have to create a new lane. And by going to your healing and your transformation, creating a new lane for yourself, when did you see yourself starting to come out of that relationship crisis, that healing? How long did it take before you start to say, okay, I'm starting to come up, I'm starting to overcome, I'm starting to learn some lessons from it? How long did it take once you got really focused?
Well, it was the very next day.
The
The very next day after
next
I
day,
left,
okay.
after I left that situation,
Encouraging.
I could sleep, without harassment. I made a decision and I felt a difference energetically, my body, because I was no longer in the toxic environment. But then pouring in nutrition the proper way. And I think when I did a 28-day cleanse and only ate alkaline fruits and vegetables, herbs, and flushed my system, I felt like a new person, like I was actually healed emotionally. But then I began to see a huge difference in 3 months after that, not getting sick, on a tour. Um, I really conditioned myself mentally, physically, spiritually during those 28 days. And I'd never done anything like that, though I was already eating healthy. This was another level. And I saw everything aligned properly. I think for the first time in my life, there was not one component missing. So that 28-day detox of more raw, live foods, alkaline foods.
They put you on track. And well then, okay, it's heal thyself. So then what motivates you to help others?
Well, others actually, I would say, propelled me to step into this space of offering information, which then became habitual and then became a life path. So it's not something I ever planned. I just started sharing information based on the questions that I was constantly being asked, because it started with me maybe conducting a very small challenge initially. Even when I was vegetarian, I would do things when we had MySpace and Twitter, etc. But the Instagram age is when I started posting my meals, and that's before you could actually film videos and go on live. And so I got a lot of questions as far as what is your secret goes. And I started answering those questions over and over. Then I began to copy and paste the same answers. And I said, wait a minute, how about I create, a little pamphlet digitally that people can download for free, so that it's a directory for all the questions that I often get asked. And then over the course of just a couple of months, I began to expand. And then a year, it became more expanded. And now we're maybe 3 or 4 years later, it's a full guide, and always adding information, because like I said before, I'm still a student. And so I'm just offering information that has helped me transform and feel better, do better, look better, perform better, do everything better to, I think, a greater potential. Maybe not even my full potential, because I know there's another level after this. So I'm just sharing information, but honestly, being on social media and tuning in to questions allowed me to have this platform and be connected to you.
That is so extraordinary. Take your life and take your journey of healing, because healing is ongoing and it's a journey. And you said, come on with me, let's do this. And I'm going to show you from my own experience what has helped me, and that humanity inside of you is so blessed. We're blessed because of that. Thank you so much. I got into this healing because of my own drama, and I was chronic asthmatic. For those who have physical, yours I feel was more emotional with the relationship. That was like what led you, relationship healing. And then other things start to happen. It's like whatever doorway you come in, just come in. For me it was the asthma, chronic, the eczema head to toe, the monthly painful PMS, the headaches, the arthritis. I had a list. And it was traumatic for me just to live, just to breathe was a labor. And when I got connected to this healing, it was a 3-day. Like you said, one day changed your whole life. I think that one day for me too, because all you do is take one step, and everybody can take a step with us. We're going to actually come on a journey with us a 7-day. But in that one step, that one day I was breathing and wheezing. I was at this retreat, the grass, the trees, it all kicked in. And I didn't know what to do. But I do remember I had rosehip tea. I was led to eat a grapefruit that was in the cafeteria area, and I took a lot of water. And then I sat up that night, that fireplace, everybody was sleeping. I had to sit up because if I lay down, the lungs would collapse. And that next morning, I realized I was going through a detox later on. But this congestion, this mucus just drained out of me. I just woke up. It was like I was in a deep sleep. I was sleeping my life away in pain. And I never turned back. I picked up this very book, Cooking with Mother Nature, and that was my motivation, that there was others who were healing, and I wanted to find the others, and I found it in this book. But also at that retreat, there were others. And see, like I'm looking and listening to your life, as you healed yourself and healed yourself, you started gathering. It's a natural flow, what happens. Once you start getting better, you start thinking about friends and family and those on social media, which is our family, our holistic family. And here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. Catching everyone right before Thanksgiving. So they'll have a disaster. Oh my God, they're about to go there. They're going to start shopping. And we're going to you're going to go shopping for your holiday. This is how you can shop. This is what you should eat. This is some of the ways you should prepare it. This is how you should do if you have had that heavy meal. You can do a detox, but they're going to learn that with us. We have a kickoff that is coming. You want to share a little bit of that? Will kind of motivate us to come together with this 7-day detox?
Yes. So everyone, Queen Afua and I are going to be conducting a 7-day detox that she has formulated with her detox kit. And I have actually all the concoctions here. All of my bottles, I brought them. You can order them on mayadetox.com. It starts on November 16th and ends on 11/23, November 23rd. And on those 2 days, first, 11/16, we will be having a Zoom webinar, if you'd like to call it, but basically a kickoff. And Queen Afua is actually going to guide us with many tips and walk us through the process. Though this chart already does that for us, that comes with your detox kit. I'm very excited about this. And when you sign up at mayadetox.com, you obviously get what I just showed you, but you will be designated a private Zoom link so that you can join us. And we have a celebration finale happening on 11/23, right before Thanksgiving. You will have reset your body, detoxified, and you will definitely feel a difference. I'm doing this with everyone for the first time. I've done different detoxes, but this is another level, and I'm so excited to do it. And so that's what we're here to talk about today. This does include food you can eat. This does not mean that you're just doing liquid, but there is a guide and meal suggestions along with ingredients, grocery list, and it looks like this. But that's exclusive for those that sign up at mayadetox.com. And this is definitely something that you want to do because we all know around the holidays we overeat, but we also put a lot of things into our body that are toxic. And then we got the leftovers, and then we got the house hopping. I'm not sure if that's going down as much this year. And we are indoors, and we're also having layers of anxiety and fear for not just one day, but we've been consuming that energy for almost 9 months now with the pandemic. And so our immune systems are compromised. And we're also entering, in the United States anyways, the colder seasons. You know, when you go outside, it's a little bit more chilly and we're more prone to illnesses. It's the cold and flu season. And outside in the world, they're speaking about a phase 2, you know, of COVID-19. So the numbers are rising, and we just want to be able to protect ourselves and make sure we are armed and prepared to fight anything off. And this will actually help you do it. And it's not something that you have to do one time. You can do this monthly, and Queen can give you all the details as far as how to arm and prepare yourself for what's next. And, you know, just to, especially around the holidays, cleanse the system so that you have a fighting chance if, God forbid, anything to into your body that you need to fight off immediately and protect yourself as well as others during this wild time in the world.
Wow, you are so smooth. You are you just relax. I did your personality. It's so soothing. I'm going to a little meditation. And I'm feeling you. I'm really feeling how you give it to us. And I thank you. And yes, no, you're not going to fasting alone, but you have choices. It's actually 4 choices. So you can find what resonates to you on our 7-day detox together with you. We're going to go, I'm going to be cleansing with you. I'm not going to be outside just looking at you. I'm always looking for a way to heal myself too. I want to take it higher and higher. I have more mission, more work, things I need to accomplish. So I must continue. So this is just another way for me to go deeper. I will be sending you an electronic manual, everyone who's going to go through this process. So you'll have a physical guide to take a look at as well. I'm going to have the 9 protocols to protect yourself, some really quick bird's eye view on how to protect yourself during this time. So you won't have to walk in fear. You'll know, this is what I need to boost my immune system up. This is what I need to take. These are things I need to avoid. This is what I need to do to keep my lungs healthy and not congested. These are the herbs, these are the foods, these are the juices, so that you'll have the knowledge. And knowledge is power. And so what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot, accomplish more now, probably you've never accomplished before, because you're very focused. And everyone is doing something towards their wealth. But when we work together, we accomplish that much more. So now the 4 levels, some of you are saying, I cannot do this, it's too much. I'm not ready to give up my meat. I'm not ready to give up, you have a list of things you're not ready to give up, so you're like holding on for dear life. So I would say some of you maybe a small percent, so in 7 days, you may be flexitarians. And a flexitarian is one who may have chicken and fish. I'm not eating chicken and fish, Maya's not eating chicken and fish, but there may be a few, because this is a non-judgment circle. And in that, you might say, well, and I'm going to have my chicken or fish maybe once or twice a week, that's it. And maybe just one, and maybe organic chicken, you move the skin, eat it in the middle of the day. When the sun is at its highest point, it takes some lime oil behind it to help flush out some of that poison that you just accumulated. All right? And with everyone, and then there'll be the next level up, or more will come in on being a vegetarian, but you may be cooking some of the food. And so you may be cooking the beans, and you're going to have vegan-based, plant-based protein intake. So we'll go with the beans and the lentils and the sprouts and the avocado and greens, actually. So we're going to lay out you have a list, your shopping list that we'll be going over, so you'll know how to shop, what foods do what for your well-being. So that's the vegetarian life, because we do some light cooking or cleaning. And then the next level for those who are going to be doing live foods for 7 days. Sun cooked food, so the food has pure energy. It has electricity, so you're going to be able to elevate quicker, heal much faster. Some will be on that level. And then another group will maybe on a total liquid detox, where you'll be on vegetable juices for the building, fruit juices for detoxing. Now, those are your 4 levels. Now, everyone will have their kit. From their green light formula, the green light formula, so this is a 21-day supply, the sugar is a 7-day supply, and that is for brain building. So now you know there's 4 levels. Now let's go to products. So some of you already have them, so you're in place. Some of you are going to be ordering right now. You can actually order right now. So to get started, while we've been talking, MayaDetox.com, go right up to MayaDetox.com. Big it up to Maya. Thank you very much for gathering everyone. We have about 100 who are already registered. So you be in the next 100. Okay, come on, bring family, bring friends. Okay, eating a nutritional formula for memory. For memory is just a lack of nutrition. The body is starving for real food. And maybe you have a high content of sugar in your diet, which takes away your memory and adds stress to your life, and lose your hair, skin issues, quick to anger. So you need the green light to begin to repair the brain, the immune system, the nervous system, the bones and joints. So that's your builder. Then everyone's going to get a 7-day supply of your master herbal, which are 13 herbs that you will boil your water at, oh, it was 8 o'clock at night. We're all working together in different parts of the country, the world, and we're boiling our water. Turn off the water, put your 3 to 4 teaspoons of your master thyme in the water. And so what is that going to be good for? Well, it detoxes the lungs. You have the mullein in there. It detoxes the blood, so you have your red clover. It helps to build up your iron, so you feel empowered with your dandelion, the slippery elm to softening and passion the colon. So ginger for the circulation, all that, 13 herbs addressing all the organs in your system to detoxify the system. Now, detoxing is so important because a lot of our addictions is because it's the poison in our blood, passed down through what our family has been eating and how we were raised eating those foods. So it's now locked into our DNA. So we're going to get a chance to detox the craving out. Because oftentimes we don't want to eat toxic food, Maya. People don't really want to eat it, but they're addicted to it. And then they're used to the flavor and the aroma and the holiday. Some people start to get nervous already to think of the holiday and how they're going to get caught up. We're going to catch you right before you go all the way out. And we're going to give you some holiday suggestions at the same time. And so you'll take your master herbal. You're also going to take your 2 bottles in size. One is the colon ease, yes? That's the smaller bottle. They're going to be best with the master herbal. The colon ease is for softening the heart and passion in the colon. Cancer of the colon is the second highest level of cancer in the United States. Why is that? That people have cancer of the colon? Because we're eating substances, not real food. It sits in the system, like starch. And that's like you start your clothes, you start your colon. It just locks in there. And so you get constipated, and the parasites grow, and the waste starts to back up, and so the colon becomes reactive, and bacteria starts to grow. You're going to soften that colon up with the colonies, castor oil, vitamin E oil, and that's going to start moving out. I'm going to take that along with your conspiracy, right? Another bottle, and you'll take that every other night, 2 or 3 tablets with warm water. So you soften the waste up and you do that. Now, I was a colon therapist for about 15 years, so I knew I had to have a formula that would help one to flush out their colon, but that's important. The colon literally is the map of the whole body. So if you have impaction right now in your ascending colon in one, that is contributing to memory loss, to headaches, to depression, to loss of hearing, to sinus congestion. So we got to clean up all that waste from the ascending colon. Then if you have any impaction in your transfers, that means you have shortness of breath, you have heart palpitations, you have kidney issues. We've got to clean out that transverse colon, right? And then the descending colon on the left side, if you have female issues, men, prostate issues, this is for both women and men. This is, you see 2 women, so you think it's all a women's circle, but it's for the family. So bring husband, wife, mother, father, sister, brother, children, aunts, uncles. Let's have healthy families. Let's bring everyone into the circle. Go ahead and get a kid for your family. If the birthday's coming up, give somebody a birthday gift. If it's a holiday, please get this for the holiday. Get this for the new beginning. So that colonies from acid flushes all that waste out. And of course, we're going to be eating food that's going to complement that. For those who love okra, you can be making vegetable soup, and you can put okra in, or make a salad, chop it and have it raw, and that's going to further flush out the waste from the colon. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be things that you already have in your kitchen that you didn't know was medicine. There's natural medicine in your kitchen right now. You have some garlic, you have some cayenne, you have some ginger, but you have some lemons, you have some lime, you have some beets, you have some cucumbers, you have some watercress. Everything in nature, there's a way to heal the body. What grows in the garden. So we're eating garden food, and we're going to recover. We're going to overcome. We're going to get well. Okay, so then we also have the clay, the rejuvenation clay. The rejuvenation clay is for aches and pains. After I say all this, we're going to do a Q&A. Anyone has any questions, they're very good. This clay is, you're going to love it, because if you have any pain, a lot of people have knee pain. They can't, when they go up and down stairs, their knees are hurting, or their back is hurting, or their pains in their hands, carpal tunnel, or their shoulders, or their gums and teeth. This clay is going to work for you. It's calcium, magnesium, potassium. While we go through our 7 days, at least 3 to 4 times, you're going to put this on a gauze, place it wherever the pain is. It's going to go while you're sleeping. It's going to go right through your skin, build up that bone, build up that muscle, build up that nerve, pull that congestion out, and you're going to say, wow, I only did it twice. I feel so much better. But of course, you're eating healthier now. And now you're using the play. So it's all that together. And then finally, we have the breath of life, yes? And the breath of life is to give you life to your breath, your lungs. So those who have shortness of breath, it's all plant-based. It comes out of nature. So shortness of breath, sinus congestion, snoring. If you sleep with your mouth open, then you're not getting oxygen to the brain. So you wake up kind of brain fog, fogged out, stressed out mentally, how you start your day. This is going to begin to clear that up, taking that with your lime water in the morning, and then again at night. And some of you may not even ingest it. You just get a big pot old school and get a towel or tent, put a few drops in. Wow, you're really breathing, maybe for the first time in a long time. This is all about empowering you holistically and naturally. We want you to join us. We'll go ahead and order today because we have just a few days to get your kit out to you so you can have it in your house. If you wait till last minute, people will be coming after the fact. But you know what? No matter what happens, you will get the information if you're registered. If you're registered, you're going to get the information, the knowledge on how to take care of yourself and take care of your family, or family empowerment. So let's just open this up for questions that one may have. So I will help you with questions. All righty. And while we'll just do this together, whatever comes to you, whatever comes to you, just answer and go back and forth.
I did have a question for someone's text I wrote down earlier. Are there rush shipping options? Because of the pandemic, there's been a lot of slow arrivals happening. If a person is just now finding out about the detox and they order it tomorrow on a Monday, how many business days does it take to
get it in time? They have to order it. The latest is Wednesday.
Okay, all right. In order to get it in time, we have to order no later than Wednesday. We'll get it on time. Okay.
Is there a deadline to order?
Wednesday. This was
Wednesday.
But
And then what about?
It will be late. They'll be doing the lifestyle. If they do it Thursday or Friday, they're going to get it after or in the middle of. So we want as many of you all of us together, to be able to go through your formulas at the same time. Because after those 7 days, on that Friday, at the end of the 7 days, the green light is out of the container and in your body. Okay, it should be empty, right? And the master herbal should be empty after 7 days. Not a trace left in the bottle. We want to get the wellness work in. The clay, we want you to make sure you use it until it's done. 3 or 4 times, that is it. So that in those 7 days, it's concentrated wellness. We're elevating ourselves. So that means pressure's going down. Those who have high blood pressure, mental confusion is clearing, aches and pains are leaving. We have a mission. So we want to do this together. So we have now until Wednesday. Go ahead and place your order.
Okay, now for international orders, because international shipping is available, everyone, is there a rush shipping option to pay more for if people in other countries are just finding out?
If there is, they're going to work that out. They're hearing everything that's being asked. So our executive team is going to work that out. So by the end of the day, you'll be able to see that.
Well, for international orders.
International orders?
Yeah, generally it's we would say they can do our next one.
They can do the next one because it takes more time.
Yeah.
For the international orders, you're going to have to do it right now. As we're talking, go ahead and do it right now. But other than that, when we do it the next time, you'll have more time.
Which is January.
Yeah, we'll do it again in January. But don't wait, because what happens with Thanksgiving is if you haven't done any cleansing, when you have that meal, it's like a drug. You know how somebody said they stopped smoking and they have 1 cigarette? Bam, they're in it again. All right, they said, sobriety, no more alcohol, 1 drink, bam, they're in it again. And the same thing with the food. So once you start eating a lot of it, it's all in your system, and now you feel sluggish and you feel out of it, and you want to eat more of it because now the habits have kicked back in. So that's why I want to catch you right before. So don't wait. For those who can, do it right now. You deserve healing today. Mm-hmm. What other questions do you see that we should respond to?
There was a couple on our last live that we did that wanted to know if this kit is just for one person or if they can use one kit for two people and do it together. Or do they have to order two separate kits?
You have to order. It's set up for one person. For example, you have the green light. You have the heaping tablespoon 3 times a day before each meal. You have your green light before breakfast with your fresh juice or water right before your lunch. Vegetable juice, green light, water right before dinner. Water and green light or vegetable fruit juice right before. So it's measured out for one person 57 days. And that's the entire kit. So if you want to do it as a unit, as a couple, then you're going to have your own kit. Right?
Okay. And there's a working woman by the name of K8107 that says, would the detox be like a laxative? I have a job and can't run to the bathroom.
Well, I have worked that out as well. We take the laxative in the evening at 8 o'clock at night. So by the time you have a few glasses of water and you go to sleep, it's actually softening up that waste while you're sleeping. I have time to. That's why I said the laxative is taken between like 6 and 8, really after dinner. Mm-hmm. And then in the morning time, you'll flush out before you go to work. This time that way. Right? So that's not going to be a problem. I have not had one problem in all these years. Somebody said, oh my God, because I have the time. Unless they're night work, they work at night, then they have to take the laxative during the morning or the afternoon.
Okay. There were 2 more questions as well that I wrote down. The first one was, will this help with depression?
Absolutely. For one thing, because we're working as a collective, working together, I'll be offering workshops, and you're going to be so charged up and so hyped and so excited about your healing. You won't be, the reason why I'm depressed, you don't feel there's an answer. Like, how am I going to get out of this situation? So you get sad. Oh, well, this is how it's going to be. This is what I'm going through. No, we're changing the thoughts. We're actualizing what we're praying on. And then the green light formula is a brain food. It's nourishment. Oftentimes, depression is due to a lack of nourishment. A lot of empty calories. We're just eating emotional eating, and the food has very little value. So you take the green light, it's the spirulina, the wheat grains, goes right to the brain. So you can have a super brain. You're going to be sharp, you're going to be clear, and you're not going to feel depressed. And depression will leave you within 24, 48 hours. Just like you said, Maya, when you made up your mind, and in one day your life changed. The same thing happened to me. It was really one day that changed my whole life. And I've been on this path ever since. So if you have depression today, you will not have depression when you walk with us together. We will keep you focused and moving forward to your greatness. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. The last question that I've written down is this safe for pregnant and breastfeeding mothers?
Absolutely. Actually, we have a document that I put together for breastfeeding mothers. Breastfeeding mothers, you can do everything, but you'll do it a different way. You can take all the formulas. The green light, the baby needs it, you need it. It will help you to have a healthier birth. It will help you to feed your brain, the baby's brain, because the baby's feeding off of your body. If you don't have enough for yourself, the baby is eating that. That's when they lose their teeth after having babies, or they get depressed, or they get the blues after having a child, because they're really malnourished, building a whole new being. That's a big job. So we have to make sure you're nourished. In terms of the master herbal, you cannot ingest it, but you can take it as a bath. You can take it as a foot soap, and the poison will be pulled out right through your feet, right through your skin. And you can take a cold and ease, but you're not going to take it internally. You're going to massage your belly so you don't have to stretch marks. So everything, the only thing you won't take is the laxative. Give the laxative to your husband. And then you do that clean out with the laxative. The clay, definitely, you'll put it in your gut. So definitely for breastfeeding mothers, I have information. I'll be teaching that in class. I want everybody to get a green binder or a green journal, or set up your laptop and take notes, because I give a lot of information, a lot of inspiration. And then you can also order additional books if you need to, or like a basic book is Heal Thyself. I wrote that book about 35 years ago. Heal Thyself for Health and Longevity. That's a good beginner's book. Another book is Circles of Wellness. That's another book that I refer to, and City of Wellness. So you can then have that, but what you're going to get in your kit, besides your form is your green life, your master herbal form, your cold, your herbal laxative, your breath of life. You're going to get your chart. You're going to set up your chart in your nutrition kitchen. And exactly. And I'm going to share with you my secret recipe for making your own home dressing from the food dressing for yourself to make it delicious. With your avocado on be delicious and fun. I'm going to make a few smoothies. It's going to make you really happy and excited. So we're just going to go to the kitchen, do a few things here and there to get you focused on your wellness. And then, so you get the manual sent to you electronically, and then you get me and Maya as your guide and your inspiration, and we're both going to heal it together. Yes. I think
Amazing.
we answered many of the questions. And when we get started, there's going to be more to come, because, I'm like, dear Abby, Queen Afua, dear Abby, Q&A all the time. So as they're in a circle, they're coming in a circle, they all have answers that they're looking for. But different issues. And I know it's going to happen. What about my husband? What about my children? Well, if you're in a circle, you'll get that little extra privileged information that we call keeping apart. Okay, Maya, we take a few more questions, have a few more moments.
So I've gotten asked a couple of different times, does this come with a meal plan? Yes, it does. It also comes with a grocery list, an equipment list, a tools list for your kitchen. There are a lot of things that this chart will teach you when you order the detox kit. A couple of people have asked about what that link is. That is mayadetox.com, and it's for 50% off. So I hope that answered your questions, and I have also commented if you need to scroll and find those answers again. They are in bold.
Lovely. Let's chock full of information, inspiration, and keep you encouraged and fortified. Write down whatever you want to accomplish. That is right now. What is it that you need? You're going to bring it to you. Is it a mental healing? Is it emotional healing? Write it down. Write the date. You're about to shift. Is it financial blessings you need in your life? Write that's what you need. You affirm it. You're about to shift. Is it healthy relationship? Is it attracting a healthy mate? What is it that you need? Is it ending some cycle that you've been addicted to forever? Whatever that is, make a note of that in your journal, and then you go do the work. We'll do affirmations, we'll do prayer, we'll do information, and you'll have a checklist at the end of your manual that will check off whatever your day morning looks like. What does the morning look like? Check it off. What does your midday look like? You'll be checking that off. And what does your sunset look like? So you're getting into a way of life and to a habit. And good habits create wonderful things in your life. And so these good habits that you're going to learn and live by over these 7 days is going to move you all the way through the holidays, through Thanksgiving, all the way through Christmas in a healthy way, all the way to the new year in a healthy, mighty way. And so it's like once we get on the path, we don't look back, we look forward, we look up, and we receive our healing. I'd like to close out with you, Maya, a healing affirmation inspired by my granddaughter when she was 3 years old. And she was very stressed out about the family. Something happened in the family, arguments all around her. And I took her to my healing center. And I said, let's just sit down and let's just meditate. She's 3 years old. And the Most High gave me a meditation for her that she could relate to. And then after we finished our meditation, I said, how do you feel? Her eyes are still closed. She says, I feel powerful. I said, oh. And you know what? From her, this affirmation, that was like 11 years ago. I've been saying it every single day, and you will say it too as time goes on. The power to heal is within me, and I have the mighty power to heal myself. Let's take a deep breath in together. And exhale out all the tension, all the stress, and see your new life, see your new beginnings, see your transformation. Put a smile on your heart, because you know that what you put your mind, your word, and your heart to, it shall come to pass. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath. My song is about to come in. That's our music. Thank you, guys. You bring our music in. Thank you. Thank you, Maya. I'm so happy and privileged. My heart is so open. I'm thankful that you are walking with me and I am walking with you. And we are walking with each other. We're taking all our people, our community together. And we're going to heal. And we're never going to look back to our sickness and to our lack and to our hurt and our woundedness. That the world is opening up. The world, it feels like the body has fallen out to everyone and they're afraid. But there's nothing to fear, not even fear itself. That the Most High has us and that as we heal, that all our relations begin to heal. I love you and I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Bring the music up. Yes.
We love you, Queen.
Love you. Blow my heart. Thank you. That's how we'll wake up every morning and hear good music. Yes, and everybody will be singing the song together. When we have our graduation, we're all going to be singing the song together, watching. The works out. We're like, this is a global healing. Yes. I've been waiting for you, Maya. I've been waiting and praying for you. The music will reflect this medicine. And this song helps me heal. And I thank you from the depths of my heart. Thank you. Love you.
Love you back.
Thank you to all my subscribers. We are giving away a free 7-day detox kit when we reach our milestone goal of 50,000 subscribers to this channel. To enter for your chance to win, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel. Like and comment on this video, and we will choose the winner from the comments section. Thank you for growing with us. Ashe.